If AI lets a 16-year-old in a small town ship their first weird little game and fall in love with game dev, is that really something we want to forbid? A few months ago, I made a little prototype, just a small game idea I wanted to explore. And when I looked at the project folder later, about 80% of the assets came from AI tools or the Unity Asset Store. And immediately I had this weird feeling in my stomach. Like, did I actually make this game? Or did I just glue together other people's work and call myself a game developer? And the bigger question hit me. Is this cheating? Or is this just what modern game development looks like? Hi everyone, Lou here. And today we're getting into one of the most divisive topics in game dev right now. AI art, AI code, AI tools, and what it actually means for creativity, ethics, and access. There's a belief out there, and you've definitely seen it, that says if you didn't draw every pixel, write every line of code, compose every note, and model every mesh, then it's not a real game development. But let's be honest, developers have always used things they didn't create from scratch. Engines like Unity and Unreal, middleware for physics, audio, analytics, plugin packs, asset store environments, Stack Overflow code, sample projects, templates, boilerplate. Game dev has always been a mix of building and assembling. But AI adds a new layer because the scale is insane. You can literally generate concept art in 10 seconds. You can create 20 versions of a creature in a few minutes. AI can prototype a whole UI for you before even you open Photoshop. And that scares people because AI accelerates everything. And because there are real ethical questions about how these models were trained. Some AI models were trained on massive datasets that included copyrighted art without explicit permission. You've also gotten situations where AI voices replaced real actors without consent. And there's a fear that studios will use AI to replace teams instead of supporting them. So when people say AI is cheating, they don't just mean the tool itself. They mean the lack of consent in training, the fear of job loss, the feeling that AI flattens originality, and the possibility of replacing human artists with buttons. Those are real concerns. AI is a tool. It's not magic. It's not creativity in a can. It doesn't know what makes a good game. It doesn't understand pacing, emotion, tension, player psychology, game loops. It just predicts what the next pixel or word or brushstroke should look like. And the person using AI, I mean you, the developer, still has to choose, edit, arrange, compose, design, test, fix, polish. AI can give you a starting point. It cannot give you a vision. Even if 80% of my assets were AI generated, 100% of the decisions were still mine. One of the biggest risks with AI is sameness. If you prompt the same model with the same style, you get the same vibe everyone else gets. And suddenly, your game looks like 10,000 other AI image projects on itch.io. The difference between this looks cool and this feels alive is usually in the imperfections, the strange shapes, the intentional choices, the parts where you break the rules on purpose. AI is amazing for getting a look, but it struggles at giving you your look. That's why some games start with AI prototypes, but then switch to hand-drawn art for the final build, because human style is still irreplaceable. This is the part that no one should ignore. Before AI, making a game required technical knowledge, artistic skills, music skills, animation skills, UI design, writing, and enough free time to do all of that alone. If you didn't have money to hire people, if you didn't have the skills, if you lived in a country with low wages, if you had no access to a team, you were simply blocked from making something that looks good. AI changed that. Maybe it didn't change it perfectly. Maybe it didn't change it ethically, but it opened the door. Now a 16-year-old with a laptop can create a game prototype that actually looks like a game, and that does matter. AI, for a lot of people, isn't cheating, it's permission. If you use AI to avoid learning anything, if it becomes the only skill you rely on, then yeah, at some point your craft becomes shallow. But if you use AI the same way you use engines, plugins, asset packs, or references as part of a larger creative process, then you're not cheating. You're using the tools available to you. Your creativity isn't defined by how many hours you spend suffering over a brush stroke. It's defined by the clarity of your vision and how well you bring that vision to life. And for some projects, AI helps bring that vision to life faster. AI is a tool, not a replacement for you, not a shortcut to talent, just another piece of your toolbox. So the question I want to ask you, if you found out your favorite indie game used 80% AI assets, would it change how you feel about it? Let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe, and all the other stuff that you know. And remember, AI is a tool, you are the creator. I'm Lou, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!